stopped and wondered, what's really powering you right now? I mean, yeah, there are the big things like muscles and organs, but what's going on at the microscopic level? Today, we're going to dive into three of the body's true unsung heroes, the minerals that are literally the foundation of your strength and energy.
So, let me just ask you, what do you think is the one thing that keeps your skeleton strong and your body running at full capacity? You might have an answer ready, but I promise you, the real story is so much cooler.
Because see, it's not just one thing at all. It's a team, an amazing trio of minerals, all working together in this really delicate but super powerful balance. So let's meet the team: calcium, phosphorus, and sulfur. And we're going to start with the one you probably know the best.
All right, first up, the one and only calcium. It's famous, right? It's the primary architect of our bones and our teeth. It literally builds the framework that holds us all together. But how it does that, now that's where things get really interesting.
Think about your bone health like this. It's a use it or lose it system. It's not static at all. If you live a more sedentary lifestyle, your body is kind of like, okay, I guess we don't need to invest as much here, and it dials back on bone mineralization. But if you're active, you're constantly sending signals to your body to build more bone mass. Your lifestyle is a direct command for where that calcium goes.
And that's exactly why targeted supplements can be such a game changer. For postmenopausal women and older men, combining calcium with vitamin D isn't just a casual suggestion. It's one of the best strategies out there to prevent bone loss and seriously cut down the risk of fractures. It's a critical defensive move.
But, and this is a big but, here's where the story takes a little twist. Because just like any hero, calcium can have a bit of a dark side. You can absolutely have too much of a good thing, and that can lead to some pretty serious problems. And that problem has a name: hypercalcemia. All it means is there's way too much calcium just floating around in your bloodstream. Sometimes it's from taking way too many supplements, but it can also be a side effect of other conditions that just throw your body's natural balance completely out of whack. And the consequences? They are no joke. We're talking about a higher risk for things like peptic ulcers, gallstones, and those incredibly painful kidney stones. But maybe the most dangerous one of all is something called calcification of your soft tissues. So what even is calcification? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. Your tissues start to harden because calcium salts are getting deposited in places they have absolutely no business being. But it doesn't always happen for the same reasons. It turns out there are two different types. You have dystrophic calcification, which happens in tissues that are already damaged. You can think of it like calcium trying to patch up old scar tissue. And the weird thing is, your blood calcium levels might be totally normal. But then there's metastatic calcification. This is different. This is when calcium invades perfectly healthy tissue, and it is almost always linked back to those high calcium levels in the blood. You see, this is why that balance is so critical. And that brings us perfectly to our second hero, the mineral that has to be in perfect harmony with calcium. Let's talk about phosphorus, the power broker. Yeah, it's calcium's partner in building bones, but its story goes way beyond the skeleton. Now, it's true that a huge chunk of it, about 80% of your body's phosphorus, is locked up in your bones and teeth, working right alongside calcium. But that other 20%? Wow, it's involved in some of the most critical processes that are keeping you alive right now. So, what else is this powerhouse mineral up to? Well, get ready because the answer really shows just how fundamental phosphorus is to our very existence. I mean, just look at this job list. Phosphorus helps create ATP, which is literally the energy currency that powers every single one of your cells. It forges the bonds that hold your DNA together, your genetic blueprint. It's a key ingredient in cell membranes. It helps keep your blood pH perfectly balanced. This is not a supporting actor. This is an absolute star of the show. And that brings us to our final and maybe the most overlooked hero of the bunch: sulfur. If calcium is the architect and phosphorus is the power broker, then you can think of sulfur as the body's silent guardian, always working behind the scenes to keep you safe. We get most of our sulfur through proteins that have sulfur-based amino acids like methionine and cysteine. And its main missions in the body are detoxification and being a building block for some absolutely essential compounds. And its resume is impressive. Sulfur is a core component of essential vitamins your body needs. It helps build glutathione, which is often called the body's master antioxidant because it protects your cells from damage. And, maybe coolest of all,
It acts like a security guard, binding to toxic compounds and literally escorting them out of your body. It's a true detoxifying defender.
So let's just bring it all together and look at the whole team. You've got calcium, the architect of structure, always reminding us to use it or lose it. You have phosphorus, the broker of energy and DNA, the powerhouse behind the molecule that powers you. And then you have sulfur, the guardian of protection, silently neutralizing threats for us. It just goes to show you it is all about teamwork and balance inside our bodies. And that kind of leaves you with a final thought, doesn't it? If these 3 tiny minerals are doing all of this incredible work, just imagine how many other silent partnerships are happening inside of you right this second, keeping you going.